Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing an EIK WM France deck G45 game with Fiscused, Phantom, G456 with Fiscused, Phantom, and maruskaK. Looking at this first pile, yeah, Cactus Lover is really good. Ooh. This card is different. I was thinking of a different cactus card. For each built stable, you may immediately play one major or minor improvement. Okay, so you actually have to play the stables first. Okay, so that's not as good. Baker's Servant is quite good. I like School Lunch Lady, although I think School Lunch Lady has generally gotten worse. Field Warden is excellent, so we probably just first pick Field Warden here. And then if Baker's Servant, School Lunch Lady, and Rancher or Animal Renovator get picked, then we get Borrower back. Borrower is pretty perfect for a Field Warden game where you really just want to family growth a bunch of times. Borrower supports late and early push out lots of rooms strategy. So Field Warden is a good one, that's for sure. Okay, Hedgemaster is great. Yeah, I think the pick is Hedgemaster here. Passing Manufacturer basically guarantees that someone's going to do an Animal Renovator game, but honestly, I don't really care. With Field Warden Hedgemaster, I'll have plenty of power myself. Should be able to do a really big farm, big strong farm. Lots of points. Looks good. Okay, well, Drunkard is quite good. I have liked Drunkard. If you get any good way to use the grain, Drunkard ends up being quite nice. So Field Warden says even if another player has placed a person, but Drunkard specifically says you can only move to unoccupied spaces. So I think they don't interact. But so I could do Carpenter. If I build 3 rooms with Carpenter, you know, it saves me 6 wood. Similar argument with Clay Plaster. It's like a 5 between a 4 and a 6 clay action. But I think Drunkard has the highest potential. Having a couple grain for Field Warden at the end of the game would also be quite nice. Not to mention, baking with Drunkard is a pretty nice strategy. There are some good synergy cards. Alright, so we're just waiting for the cards to get passed around so we can continue with the draft. I'm going to try to make, especially the days that I don't have stuff going on, I'm going to try to stream more on the weekends because the site's usually quite active, so just as long as I don't wake up too late, as long as I make a point of getting up a bit earlier, I should be able to play more. So I think this pick is Pipe Smoker. Yep. I think the pick is definitely Pipe Smoker with Drunkard. So with Drunkard, you know, pay a food, go from grain to plow, and then later go from grain to sow. Those actions are usually very uncontested. Play Pipe Smoker to get 2 food per harvest, and there we go. Baker's Servant came back. So I almost don't need Field Warden with Baker's Servant. but I will still take it. Whether I play Field Warden or not remains to be seen. Getting Unblockable Vegetable and Plow Sow is still good, but certainly Baker Servant plus Drunkard should be quite a strong combination. I think my first field I will still plow manually because of Pipe Smoker, but that remains to be seen. We'll kind of see what miners we get to. The miners we get will determine what we do, for sure. Okay, Coda's Farmer can get me a stone. I think I like Meticulous Man, but it never ends up working out. Land Surveyor is like, it's pretty weak. Like four fields is difficult to do, and the payoff is only 2 food for 4 fields. However, it does scale. Scale's probably better than Meticulous Man. And we'll take Clay Plaster here. Yep, looks good. Well, I use a pick to take Baker Servant, and then Plowman's Lunch falls into my lap. However, there's some really good cards here, like Farmer's Straw Hat and Leftovers, so I think I can probably take Farmer's Straw Hat ahead of Plowman's Lunch. But the fact that I am passing Plowman's Lunch is kind of annoying. I mean, Baker's Servant did come back, so there are 2 cards there. Like, people obviously like passed it around, so I think we take Farmer's Straw Hat here. Well, how do I not take Bread Machine, right? Bread Machine is just the perfect card. I do like Pig Wallow. Pig Wallow with a card like Baker Servant, where you can get more than 5 fields pretty easily. Pig Wallow is way better in that kind of game. Iron Plow I don't need. Ground Pickaxe Plow I don't need. Winter Pond is good. Grain Shrine is very interesting, but it's also very expensive. And also to actually be able to use the sheep is difficult. I prefer like the grain to wood conversion is usable though, for sure, for like my Hedgemaster. But definitely the pick is Bread Machine. Skip an action, plow a field, gonna be pretty good. This pick, is it Wine Closet? Nah, not Wine Closet. I need a better source of vegetables to consider playing Wine Closet. I don't think it's gonna be Attic. Well, actually, I get a decent amount of wood. Maybe I build a wood room, reno to clay, build 2 clay rooms, and then both of those are... I pay a wood with Attic. Okay, yeah, I could do that. I could Negotiation, return the clay oven, build the stone oven, that kind of thing. But I think paying the stone almost negates the benefit somewhat. Wow, there's a ton of ways to plow in this game. Just an absolute ton. Donkey is what I'm looking at, saying there's a ton. So for me, picks are Huntsman's Rifle, Clay Deposit, Fruitcake. Lasso is a little weaker, so I don't think I take it here. Clay Deposit with Drunkard is a thing. Clay deposit is also pretty good with big houses. You know, you need stuff to sink your actions into. Okay. I think I've convinced myself. The fruitcake is pretty good. So maruska's agonizing over something. Wonder if they're agonizing over like Plowman's Lunch. Yeah, the fact that it has a crop cost is significant. Like, that's not nothing. I think leftovers is awesome. I think I don't need Plowman's Lunch. I would really just be using it for 2 grain for a point. Potato dibber is an option. You know, I take vegetables, sow it round 13, round 14. Potato dibber gets me an extra 2 vegetables, which is going to be, you know, 1 point and 3 food or something like that. Probably not oyster recipe. I think with Farmer's Straw Hat, I don't need potato dibber, so I think I'll take leftovers here. With Hedgemaster, I don't mind fencing multiple times, so it should be a bit easier to get, you know, 4 points out of the leftovers, or 3 points. And there's Pig Wallow. Pig Wallow is excellent for this game. So yeah, I Hedgemaster for 4 fences, and I Pig Wallow for another 3, and then I, you know, I can play leftovers for 4 points, and then I just need to get my other 2 pastures out by the end of round 13. Looks good. Also, Grand Pickaxe probably not getting picked is crazy, but that's just the kind of game we're having here. Raft to get some reed is an option. Winter Deadwood. So attic is cheap. Leftovers is 3 occupations. Clay deposit 3 occupations. What occupations am I playing early? Drunkard, maybe pipe smoker, not totally sure. Maybe land surveyor, maybe baker's servant. I might play those 3 early. In which case I do have a couple miners I can play, but if I don't play 3 ox early, I don't really want to fish at all this game. I want to be so baking. Maruska's playing Rooster. So we're second. We start second. So that's good. We're happy about that. That's for sure. Occupation drunkard, or Reedstone food. One of those 2. Fiscus reading chat. Fiscus not reading chat. So I'll go ahead and play Drunkard here. So Fiscus did not play School Lunch Lady. Hopefully they add that back to their hand. Don't just leave it sitting there. Yeah, so Drunkard looks pretty good. Don't really think anyone's likely to compete with me for it. Phantom takes 2 clay instead of an occupation. So with sheep coming in round 1, maybe eyeing that the you know, getting that first fireplace will be worth a lot. And maruskaK gets to play Reedstone Food into Engineer. That's about as good of a stage 1 as you can hope for, or as good of a round 1 as you could hope for. Yeah. Go ahead and take the 2 wood. Sure. I guess I could have plowed a field, and then grain can go to sow. The Drunkard can stagger over to the sow space. Oh my goodness, what's taking so long? You had like a minute to think about what this move was going to be. So first, second, that's good. That makes it pretty unlikely that someone will take grain with their first round of actions just to block me. So I'll take Reedstone Food, or I'll take 2 reed. Both would be quite good. And what is Phantom taking so long to do? Taking so long to plow a field. Okay. Well, Phantom might actually take grain. But if Phantom takes grain with their first action, I'm going to just say, joke's on you. You took 1 grain with your first action in round 2. And that you're really just screwing both of us over. If that's what someone wants to do, if someone wants to screw both of us over, that's fine. I can't control that, but to read, I think. Don't think I want to play an occupation quite yet. Second action, grain, stumble to plow. Phantom, yeah, Fiscused probably plays their school lunch lady, and then Phantom probably 3 wood. Maybe occupation, maybe fireplace. Not sure what they'll do. There's the school lunch lady. Phantom's got Educator. Okay, so that's why they went for the 2 clay so early, because they obviously really want that fireplace. So yeah, that's a great card. Educator's a fantastic card. maruskaK got Reedstone Food into 3 wood. So maruskaK's pretty much had the best start you could hope for. Like honestly, this start is better than you could hope for maruskaK. Occupation, Reedstone Food twice, and 3 wood. Like, you look at our farms, we've both played an occupation, but he has an extra wood and 2 stone and food. Like, not good. Go ahead and plow a field. Let's see what the round 3 spaces don't pay. Well, there's 3 wood, so I could go for a room, or I could Reedstone Food. I think I probably should Reedstone Food, because I do want to build the clay oven. Round 4, I will Drunkard stumble over to the So Bake space. So I could plow another field here and have 2 fields plowed. But if I do that, then Pipe Smoker is not coming into effect. Yeah, I don't really want to plow too many fields, I don't think. Not this early. Yeah, I don't want to because of Baker's Servant. What am I saying? maruskaK, start player 5 rings. That's a good one. 3 wood or an occupation? How do I feed? Need to fish or traveling players, right? These 2 don't really need food, so I should get 4 food next round. So you know what? Pipe Smoker gets me 2 wood, which is only slightly worse than 3 wood. Phantom plays Hewer. Great card. Great card. So those are his first 2 picks there, Educator and Hewer. Pay food for Drunkard. So what I'm essentially doing is paying 1 food for a grain. And assuming I'm trying to maneuver such that the action coming later is not I'm not losing anything from it. So I'm just trying to pay a food for a grain each round, which I mean, that's what School Lunch Lady does. Except that you have to actually use an action to go on the occupation space. 4 food fishing here, I think. Yep. It's kind of a pain having to take it, but it's also a pain that I'm not going to, after Pipe Smoker, have 5 wood. But that's just because I got 2 wood instead of 3 wood, so hey, that happens. Looks like maruska's setting himself up to build 2 rooms. Recognizing that Fiscused doesn't have reed, I don't have wood, and Phantom has not taken any room resources yet. Get more wood in the long run. Yeah, with Pipe Smoker, yeah, definitely. Like, it's not a question of whether I was going to play Pipe Smoker, it was more a question of when I am going to play Pipe Smoker. Whoops, not a field. Guessed. Yeah, like maruska's ready to build 2 rooms because Fiscus has took 2 clay for some reason, and Phantom is taking clay multiple times, which I don't understand. Sometimes, yeah. So it might be GG maruska already, but oh, okay, Fiscus has Historian. Okay, that's good. That's really good. But, I mean, takes him down to 0 reed again. So now he has to hit... Like, he has to play, like, Brushwood Roof or something. So, wood, feed 4. Round 5 is Reno. Do I want to Drunkard? No, because this board is pretty bad. I don't understand what Phantom is doing either. Yeah. Phantom is accumulating clay. So I'm guessing maybe they have clay house extension. Or, okay, so let's assume that what they're doing is good. So we want to see like clay hut extension. We want to see... what else? It's possible they're gonna go for a Stonehouse Reno, or at least Stonehouse with Animal Keeper. So if they have Animal Keeper, that's something. I don't think Clay Oven. I think what Phantom is doing is, I think they have the Animal Renovator card, which lets them hold animals. So they're planning to hold a breeding pair of sheep on their Animal Renovator. And then they might have taken Expansion Plans, which is a card that says if you have... which is a card that says if you have... if you're on a 2-stone room. If you have a 2-room stone house, you get a free stone in a couple rounds. So I'm guessing that's what we're seeing from Phantom. Animal Renovator plus Expansion Plans. That's the only reason you would take that much clay. But then why would you take the second 4 clay? That makes no sense to me. Unless you're trying to maximize your hewer. That's maybe what he's thinking. Is that the second 4 clay also had a food and a food and a stone on it. I'm guessing that's what they were. That was the analysis. Oh, I should have a grain harvested. Yeah, because I want to build the clay oven, obviously. But Phantom taking 4 clay twice makes that difficult. And Fiscus taking 2 clay. Yeah, so the Historian makes the 2 clay make more sense. That's for sure. And Fiscused definitely is going to want an oven themselves. So I'm 100% competing with Fiscused for an oven. Still can't see the card I zoomed in on. You mean chess player? Oh, Phantom hasn't like put it on their farm. Phantom just hasn't sent farm. Their Phantom's doing the thing where you make changes to your board outside of the turn, but then you hide them. Not deliberately, but he's just not in the habit of clicking send farm when you make changes outside of your turn, which I think is not the most forthright, but that's okay. Okay, so negotiation. So they're going to return the fireplace, build the well, I assume. And then return the fireplace, build the well. But the thing is they need reed. Why are they not taking reed? I don't know. Ooh, this is interesting. maruskaK Basket Maker's Workshop here. I thought he was setting up to build another room, but he's going to BMW, which is kind of crazy. I could Occupation Baker Servant here, but then if I don't get an oven before the next harvest, I'm really in a lot of trouble. It's also my third occupation, so it gets my attic, clay deposit leftovers. It opens all them up for play. Bread machine, once I have an oven. Yeah, bread machine, really good. Really going to be good in this game. Well, hopefully I get an oven. If I don't get an oven, I'm going to be pretty salty, but like Fiscus could take 2 clay here. Wouldn't be crazy. Phantom is playing Clay Seller. Okay. So you're going to turn 2 clay into a reed to renovate? Is that what's happening? Yeah, Fiscus obviously going for a clay oven. Oh, kill me now. Kill me now. Well, hopefully we'll get the stone oven. That's all I can say. Whoa, did Phantom just take 1 reed last round? Man, I have no idea what Phantom is doing. I don't know if Phantom knows what Phantom is doing, to be fair. Oh, man. This is a game. This is a game. maruskaK has Fish Trap, one of the best nerd cards in the game with Basket Maker's Workshop. Yeah, we just lose. This game's over. Well, that's a shame. Fun game. Why am I building a room? Well, I guess Phantom could convert. Sure. Although it doesn't seem like they realized that before. Yeah, and for me, getting enough stone is going to be difficult. Oh, what a game. I guess I have clay plaster or clay deposit to get me my stone of my clay oven, but This is going to be a bit of a painful one. I mean, fortunately, Drunkard gets me enough clay that, or enough grain that I can just cooking hearth bake, but like not getting the bake action for baker servant here is really bad, you know. I should zoom in on fish trap, I guess. Guys, I'm streaming and I'm playing at 14 seconds per turn. And maruska's got the longest turn so far. Well, at least maruska's winning, so if you're winning, I don't care so much. But Phantom and Fiscused are spending a lot of time to think about not good game plans. I mean, Fiscused is doing fine. The clay oven is going to be really nice. They're going to build some rooms for fairly cheap, sure. I don't think you're beating maruskaK, not with Engineer, Basket Maker's Workshop, Fish Trap, like... maruskaK plays Guildmaster. Solid card. Well, how am I going to feed? Not easily. 3 food traveling players. I'd rather just take 4 food traveling players next round if I can. Phantom probably won't take it. Yeah, so I think we can kind of risk it a little bit. Don't want to plow a field. Don't have anything to bake with. I could play Clay Deposit here. It gives myself an action. I don't have to first action Family Growth, which is nice. So I could theoretically first action set up my clay oven. But if I first action set up my clay oven, that means I'm not getting on Family Growth in round 7 because I would have to build the clay oven with my second move. So if my first move is just traveling players, then... all these options are pretty bad. Pretty bad. 3 food traveling players gives me 1 less food than taking 4 food traveling players. This way at least I can first action take clay. If I first action take clay, there's a chance that Fiscused does not build a room. Because if Fiscused does anything other than build the clay oven here, then I can take 4 clay with my first move, and then Fiscused can choose between building and getting the clay oven. And they take the clay oven, of course. Well, that happens. So now it's a rush for the stone oven for me. Fiscused playing Renaissance Man. Been a while since I've seen this card played. Tried making it work a lot when G4, G5 kind of came out. I remember the G4-5 tournament trying to make it work a bunch of times, but yeah, it's a hard card to make work. The grain and keeping the grain, vegetable, and reed on your supply. Like, you want to be spending stone. Like, you don't mind hoarding wood and clay so much, but hoarding reed, stone, and especially grain and vegetable is really, like, getting grain and vegetable and then not using them is a problem. I just took like a 2-minute turn, and I'm still going to be faster than everyone else. I'm only barely slower than Fiscused with a 2-minute turn. Come on, guys. Come on. We're playing. Let's play. Phantom's first action building a room here. So finally figured out that he can turn clay into reed. Good job. I don't have to worry about Phantom family growthing because he doesn't have the food to do so. So I can first action reed stone food. maruskaK might first action reed stone food because he likes it with his engineer. He likes it with his 5 rings. Whoa, those are the most randomly placed stables I've ever seen. Yeah, maruskaK does reed stone food. That sucks. For wood or clay? I think I need the clay because I'm going to starve next harvest if I do anything other than take the clay. Like, I'm gonna have to take 2 stone next round. Ugh, what a gross move, taking 2 stone. You'd much rather reed stone food twice over 2 stone, but I just won't have time. I will not have time. Well, I think I'm going to leave family growth fallow, which is kind of crazy. I think I'm going to take, I could take 4 wood here, and first action family growth next round. And then I can stumble over to the 2 stone. Yeah, because if I spend all my... No, I should just grow my family and have 1 grain left in my supply. Okay, I guess I'll do that. Play leftovers here. So it looks like leftovers is probably not gonna be worth 3 food, 2 grain. I could have left family growth fallow and taken wood, but then I lose an action to gain a 4 wood action, and I do gain, I feel like I gain a little bit on the conversion, but not enough. Nowhere near enough. Fiscused plays wine closet. Alright. So that's how they're gonna make their Renaissance man work. The problem is Now you can't spend your wood and you can't spend your reed to build a room because you don't want to give up your Renaissance Man point per round that you put so much work into. And maruskaK gets a nice 6 wood action. Not going to take it. Well, we'll take 6 wood, I guess. So what are we doing? We're doing 6 wood, 2 clay, reno, stone oven is our sequence here. Baking a grain. I'll show one closet, I guess. Old card, very old card. So Phantom's got a first action, family growth, so the 2 stones should certainly come back. So we're looking at Hedgemaster, playing Hedgemaster in round 9. So okay, so 2 stone then bake. We're gonna have 4 food in our supply. So we're gonna need another bake action next round, definitely. So we will pay for our Drunkard, I think. Gold mine here. People like this card. I'm not so sure about it. You don't really want to take accumulating stone spaces that many times. Oh, I guess I can stone oven next round, right? Although if I stone oven next round, I don't have any food to play Hedgemaster here, so that doesn't seem any better. Unless I want to take 1 grain with this move. I could take 1 grain. Could take a vegetable with this move. And then think about going on so bake. Or I could just fish. I mean, I do need food, and Phantom needs food. Food is good. It gets me the food to pay for Drunkard as well, and then I can actually have extra food instead of always just barely being scraping by. And I do want 2 extra food, 1 for leftovers, 1 for Hedgemaster. So. And then having food to go into round 10 would be nice as well to keep paying for Drunkard. Okay, yeah, so fishing, I think. And, you know, we should get stone oven back, so I'm not too worried about it. I guess there's a chance Phantom can convert clay to grain. That would kind of just feel like a troll move with no... Like, clay seller doesn't make any crops, so... I mean, if he wants to troll me that much, I think there's not much I can do about it. So I will pay the Drunkard here. So this round, the plan is grain, reno, stone oven. Grain, reno, stone oven, occupation, Hedgemaster, and then maybe take 2 sheep. Or maybe take reedstone food. Or maybe take grain, maybe sow bake, or take vegetables, sow bake. I'm not sure. I do have some options here. Grain's not going to get taken, right? Right? Fence 4. And now, knowing my luck, I just played a card that lets Phantom get a grain. Play an occupation that lets Phantom get a grain. I think Fiscus has fallen into the Renaissance Man trap, unfortunately. Historian's great in that it lets you play occupations really easily, but its problem is that it lets you play occupations really easily and then you're maybe a little looser with your cards than you would otherwise. Like Meticulous Man and Renaissance Man, like, they're borderline. They are kind of borderline. We're just gonna start player Lumber here. Lumber, amazing card with Engineer in hand. So I have lots of miners that I would be happy to play. So we'll get our grain here. And then Reno Stone Oven. And then stumble over to something else. Stumble over to Vegetable, probably. Well, so the engine's finally going. Assuming I build the Stone Oven on this next move, the engine is finally going. Took longer than I expected it to, but Yeah, so Maruska, it's round 9. Maruska's got 13 food in their supply. They've got the Basket Maker's Workshop and the Joinery built. And they're getting food from their engineer as well. And they already have a ton extra resources. Like, they're ready to build like a 5th room already. So, yeah, this is too bad. Too bad. I drafted a non-rush for the first room game. And he probably first picked engineer, so it was like, yeah, I'll go for the first room, of course. And then in this game where Phantom is doing weird stuff and Fiscus is doing weird stuff, obviously that's going to be the winning strategy for sure. So that happens. Food for a point and feed 6. Wood, harvest. Fiscus is playing Rancher here. What a Rancher game. Well, they get a grain for it. And they let... Alright, oh, drunk. Pay for drunk, definitely. Phantom plays Cactus Lover. So now they can play a couple improvements. So here's where the strategy all comes together. Negotiations. Can now play the well and other stuff. Oh, there's the well. And yes, we know about negotiation. Probably return the fireplace, build the well, and then using negotiation to build the pottery or something. Return. Are they going to return the fireplace? Like, I don't know. They kind of want a cooking hearth too. Yeah, they did return the fireplace. Okay. Okay, I think we probably take our 2 boar here. The 2 boar is pretty nice. We could... Yeah, we're a ways away from building a clay room. Because I did say, oh, I'll build some clay rooms, but there's no good clay action, and yeah. Definitely want to start play around 11, I think. Start player bread machine round 11, probably. I also have Pig Wallow to return. I mean, I'm gonna drunk green and then bread machine for the rest of the game for sure. Yeah, go ahead, take the grain and my guest. I could start player, but start player into start player is kind of lame. I guess I don't have to bake this round. I could just sow 2 grain fields, and then, so I could sow 2 grain fields, and then play start player farmer's straw hat, harvest 2 grain. Oh, Phantom's gonna start player iron plow. Okay. Well, hopefully we can still first action start player next round. Okay, so I need to think about this a little bit. So yeah, we'll just bake here. Bake, get a field. And then my last move could be major, minor, bread machine, probably, or pig wallow. I kind of like the idea of playing pig wallow. Yes, I do. You know what? I do want a pig wallow, definitely, because I need to get my second pasture out for my leftovers. Yes. So yeah, major, minor, pig wallow. And then I can start player bread machine. Fiscus says, I would like that pig wallow. Yes, I will pass it. What is this magic fencing? Oh, pig wallow, sorry. So you turn an empty field into a pasture, basically. I'll go ahead and play bread machine here. Oh, pay Drunkard, I forgot to announce. Here's my bread machine. So then I'll take grain and then... Oh, you know what? My bread machine's too slow because Phantom goes, then I take grain, and then I can't skip anymore. I screwed up. Okay, so I'm going to need to pick up some raw food. Well, I can always jump to traveling players. Traveling players is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Yeah, the fact that I'm not bread machining this round is a big problem. Oh, maruskaK, you got me. You got me. Good one. Good one, maruskaK. I could take 2 sheep. Oh, fencing is gone, so yeah, I don't really want the sheep. Could land surveyor. I'll just take the traveling players. Yeah, sometimes your only real opponent is making themselves vulnerable to be attacked by playing a card like Drunkard. So then when you're maruskaK, it's just the easiest thing in the world to attack that one other player and win. Yeah. Because Phantom and Fiscused, they don't have enough wood to have winning games, it doesn't look like. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Fiscused is doing a bit better than before. They do like their so-bake action. Yeah, I guess Fiscused is doing okay. The thing is, they're not going to hold enough animals. They're way behind on renovating. But I guess they get their 4th family member here. And they do have 4 points from Renaissance Man somehow. So that's a thing. I guess Fiscused is doing okay. It's just maruska's blowing everyone out of the water right now, so it doesn't really matter. I could play Clay Deposit here, but it's really good for the pottery, although Phantom is not really winning anyways. I'm just wondering what I'm going to get points from. I'm going to get points from animals, but after getting points from animals, I'm kind of running out of stuff to do. So maybe playing Clay Deposit is good here, although I do have Farmer's Straw Hat to play. Am I going to run out of start player things? Like, I definitely want to play Farmer's Straw Hat. Do I want to play Clay Deposit as well? I could play Land Surveyor here for a couple incidental food. It's not worth a lot, but it'll be worth... It'll be some amount of food. Wood, harvest, feed 6, and then the Land Surveyor food goes to the pasture. And then breed the boar. Fiscused, so, oh, I should show Land Surveyor. So 2 plowed fields, so I get 1 food per harvest, and of course that's going to go up, ideally to 6 at the end of round 14. And then Winter Pond for Fiscused. And maruska's got Donkey, that's a good one. Do I want 2 cattle? Yeah, 2 cattle is good. Or I could start player. 2 cattle is worth quite a bit for me. So 2 cattle, then take grain, then skip, bake, and then so bake. I guess there's a point in favor of plow sow here, because then I could play Farmer's Straw Hat. But I want to get my bread machine going, so... I would like maruskaK to start player here, because they probably want, maruskaK probably wants plow sow, but I would imagine they probably just plow with this move. Yeah. Why am I playing with the default guest token? Let's be... Oh, we're feeling like an animal, the way this game's going. Oh, if this is going to start player Pig Wallow, sure. Did I ever take my grain? I never took my grain when I played that last move. Phantom has Giant Scarecrow. Ooh, I would have liked that card. So he took Gold Mine. I don't think we saw Gold Mine. I don't think we saw Giant Scarecrow. So those were his first two minor improvements, with not really any green support. So that's kind of a pain that they did that. So we'll skip and bake. So I think probably we sow. Or do we play Occupation Field Warden, go to Plow Sow? Yeah, I probably should do that. Because I really want to get this Farmer Straw Hat. I want to be able to first action start player Farmer Straw Hat next round. The thing is, if I do that, then I don't get to... fence, and I kind of want to fence here. It messes with Fiscused Rancher, and if I don't fence here, there's a chance fence gets contested next round. No, I know I need to fence. The question is, am I fencing here or next round? That's what I'm wondering. Wow, Phantom played another stable. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I should just get all my fencing done. Okay, unblockable Plow Sow, or Sow Bake so I can first action Farmer Straw Hat. I think we'll sow. Do I put a food on Drunkard? Yeah, sure. Yeah, because I would like to... Well, oh, I already said Drunkard can't go to Plow-sow, eh? Nice. Phantom passing Plow-sow to the donkey player. Nice. I mean, their Iron Plow is good here, but Plow-sow I think was the better move, because if you take Plow-sow, you have a chance to Iron Plow next round. Well, no one wants to sow bake, so Drunkard should be able to jump to sow bake. Actually, I guess Fiscused kind of wants the bake for the food. There's also 5 food fishing, so who knows? Who can say? I also like 2 sheep. Taking 2 sheep would be nice. So I guess I'll take 2 sheep if it comes. Yeah, I should think I'll gamble that I'm going to be able to Drunkard jump to sow bake. Yeah, Fiscus needs to take clay to Reno. Oh, if I'm gonna skip, it has to be now because Phantom is out of actions. Okay, so we'll skip and bake. Probably only need to bake 1, right? So round 14, I can build some stables. Oh, there we go. Major, minor, fruitcake. So Fiscused doesn't need to sow bake. Can just eat a raw grain and have it not really cost anything. Man, that pig wallow is getting around. Getting around. We want to remember Rooster. So Rooster means playing Winter Deadwood in round 14 is a 2-point move. So that's a good one to keep in mind. So what are my actions going to be? So I'd like to take 2 sheep here. I want to probably build 2 stables. Because I'll get 2 wood from Pipe Smoker. So yeah, 2 stables is an option for 2 points. Winter Deadwood is an option for 2 points. Family Growth is 3 points. Plow-sow is probably a lot. Plow-sow is probably a lot of points, just because it lets me sow vegetables. So it's probably, you know, a point and 2 points from vegetable. Not 2 points because I'm going to get another field from a bake action either way. So the plow is a little bit of diminishing returns, but Yeah, too bad round 12 wasn't family growth. That would have helped a lot. But to be fair, maruskaK I think is still blowing everyone out of the water. Like, look at how complete this farm is. 4-room stone house, Basque Maker's Workshop, joinery, crystal ball, donkey, good fields, good pastures. Yeah, I do have some bonus points which are nice. 4-point leftover, 3-point hedgemaster, and then 2 extra bonuses there. But I only have 3 family members, so I just don't have enough actions. maruskaK took 2 sheep. That's a shame. That's a shame. So Bake still looks safe. Oh, I guess Plow Sow is not going to be good for me next round, because I'm going to Sow Bake here. Well, I may as well take my grain so I can Drunkard jump. I'm still not sure where I'm going to Drunkard jump, but I could take 3 wood, I guess. 3 wood if I'm pretty sure I'm gonna build stables. That's an option. Oh, I see. Pig Wallow is why he played Iron Plow rather than Plow Sow there. That makes sense. Yeah, that's fine. I was thinking you Plow Sow, you still sow the same number of fields, and then you leave yourself open to plow 2 fields and get an extra sow action in next round, but that works. Bean field here for maruskaK. Doesn't want to be screwed out of renovating, so looks fine. And then I have 2 actions in a row. Probably will take 3 wood. Building a stable should be safe, I think. And then we'll go on Sow Bake. Bake a grain. And then sow. And then feed 6, and a food goes to a pasture. And we get wood. And then we harvest. Probably no Drunkard, right? So family growth with my first move here. Yeah, I'm going to end the game without having max grain, which is a bit of a problem, but whatever. Oh, plus FF land surveyor. Forgot about Land Surveyor. I probably forgot about Land Surveyor. No, I only played it in round 11. Right. Right. So yeah, baking is not actually worth anything then. Although baking is a way for me to increase my points by 2, because if I had baked, I should have paid for drunk. If I had paid for drunkard, then I can take a grain and bake it for a point with that, and that doesn't use an action because then I can jump to 4 stables. Alright, what did maruskaK do? Plow sow. Getting plow sow without having to start player, pretty good. Because phantom, first action, major, minor, cooking, hearth. That doesn't seem like such a good move. Take the sheep here, sure. Sheep is 2 points. There's a chance Fiscused blocks my stables, but if they do, then you know, I guess I have Winter Deadwood, start player Winter Deadwood. I guess sow bake is worth 2 points as well, because I sow 2 grain and bake 1 to get a field. See Winter Deadwood? Sure, it's just pay a food for a point, pay a wood for a point. And the reason it's worth 2 points is because of Rooster. That whoever start player at the end of round 14 gets a bonus point. Oh man, good thing phantom first move, major, minor, cooking hearth. No, I've been announcing it. I probably should have. I guess we'll put a stable on the outside just in case of constable. And then eat a bunch more food. So I have a 4-point leftovers. I have a point here. I have a point there. I breed points there. So my farm's not bad, but so I have a 52-point farm, but that's probably still not enough to win. It might be 53. maruskaK's got 46. I guess we're actually beating maruskaK right now, which is kind of crazy because they don't have any bonus points. Well, This farm is quite good. I did not expect it to be beating maruskaK by this much, but it is by a certain amount right now. Now, I wonder if maruskaK is going to pull out an occupation that gives them some bonus points at the end of the game. They don't have a good action for joinery. So it's really just, do you have a good occupation, I guess, is the question. Maybe need some food as well. Are we going to finally break the losing streak? What could Fiscused have? Would Hill Farm be enough? +7, 41. Hill Farm ends up like 50-ish. Yeah, no, it looks like we probably win. Yeah, we do beat maruskaK. Looks like we break the losing streak, guys. Woohoo! Finally! Finally! Break the losing streak. I thought I'll maybe take a look at maruskaK's draft, see if they had points. See if he had points sitting in his hand from occupations. Because I definitely felt like with the start he had, he should have scored higher than he did. I mean, my Hedgemaster was extremely efficient. 3-point Hedgemaster. My leftovers was extremely efficient. I had some very, very good cards. Yeah, we won 52, 42, 30. Are we back? Okay, looks like we're back. Yeah, my internet or my connection to Twitch, or well, I guess it was my internet connection generally just totally dropped there. So that was weird. But yeah, we win. 52-point farm versus maruskaK's 49. I'll take a look at maruskaK's hand. I wonder if they had any points left behind in their hand. Certainly even though I didn't have very many actions, you know, only 3 family members for most of the game, my actions were extremely efficient. My Para Boar Grab was a 4-point action. No, 5-point action. My Cattle was a 5-point action. No, not a 5-point action. Difference between 3 and -1 is 4. These were both 4-point moves. My stable was a 4-point move. Obviously, my bakes, skipping and plowing a field for 2 points was like kind of like an action. So yeah, this was a very, very efficient game for me. I thought maruskaK was scoring higher than he was, but guess not. 340102. Take a quick look at my draft first, although I know I'm going to say, wow, look at all the good picks I made. So Field Warden, I had a feeling that Field Warden was not going to be the highest power in this pack. School Lunch Lady and Baker Servant both ranking higher, although Baker Servant drafted a position later on average. And Baker Servant came back, which was kind of crazy. Then Hedgemaster, obvious pick. Drunkard, easy pick. Pipe Smoker, easy pick. Baker Servant, easy pick. Yeah. So my first pick here was Farmer's Straw Hat ahead of Crystal Ball and Leftovers. Leftovers is undervalued. So is Crystal Ball, actually. Look at those stats. I think Farmer's Straw Hat made a lot of sense for me this game, and Bread Machine was an obvious pick. Took Attic here. Lumber, Winter Deadwood, both rated quite a bit higher. Clay Deposit over Donkey. Even if I'm not going to play Clay Deposit, I maybe should take Donkey just to, or even if I'm not going to play Donkey, just take it just to block it. And it's actually a free point, isn't it? So, yeah, I probably should have taken Donkey there, but yeah. My card quality was extremely high. Like, my worst picks were, like, my worst minor picks were still worth good value. maruskaK first pick Guildmaster over Master, I guess you see manufacturer and hope that manufacturer is going to come back is the thinking. And then second pick engineer. Okay, engineer's awesome. And then took organized handyman. Makes sense with engineer. Took animal renovator. So yeah, probably should have taken baker's servant there just because of with engineer, then you have a pretty good reason to, or wait, yeah, baker's servant, you have a pretty good reason to build ovens. At least that's probably what I would have done. And then stroller, well, cellar. So it took fish trap with their first move. Fish trap's great. Bean field, sure, 5 rings over donkey, and donkey came back. Like, how crazy is that? So yeah. So I actually did not have, I guess it was just organized handyman they didn't get out, but he didn't need it anyways because of he didn't need organized handyman because of why is my internet still keeping to, what's going on with the internet here? And I'm disconnected again. That's really irritating. Or unless maybe that just hasn't updated from when it happened before. Okay, well, that's it for today. Finally broke the losing streak, which is nice. I will stream tomorrow. 1 or 2 games. Honestly, it probably depends on how the first game goes. It was kind of frustrating today, the way the games are going, so definitely I'll stream tomorrow, 1 or 2 games, so look for me then. And thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video, and we'll see you next time. Bye.